Hello everybody, thank you guys for tuning in today. Today I'm going to talk about some McLaren supercars. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the 540C and the 570S. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is because generally I have a pretty difficult time distinguishing between these two McLarens. They are pretty identical in appearance. Now, we're not going to be talking about the other cars in McLaren's lineup. They do have quite a few. There's also 3 different models of the 570. There's the 570S, the 570S Spider, and the 570 GT. We are only going to be comparing the 570S in this video. We are comparing it to the 540C. Now, like I said, these two cars are pretty identical in appearance. There are several things that can distinguish them apart. Now, McLaren has a 3-tier product structure that has began in 2015. They have a Sports, Super, and Ultimate. Now, Sports is their entry-level tier. It does consist of the 570S and the 540C. What distinguishes them is the 540C does have 540C specific wheels. The 540C has a matte black front splitter instead of the dark gray gloss that's on the 570. Now, from this picture, I have determined that the rears do look slightly different. I have noticed that the rear bumper lenses are slightly different from the 540C to the 570S. Also, the rear diffusers are quite different as well. Both the 540 and the 570 have carbon fiber tubs, which is the same that you will find in the 650S and the P1. Now, the tubs on these two cars have been modified, however, with lower sills to make entry and exit much easier for daily driving purposes. The interiors are also identical as well. The 540 does have a little bit of softer suspension with upgraded dampeners for a more comfortable daily drive. The bodywork on both the 540 and the 570 are made of aluminum instead of carbon fiber, which allows McLaren to be able to mass produce the car easier and also to make it more cost effective. The 540 weighs in at 1,311 kilos, which is 2,890 pounds, which is very, very light. It puts the 540C well below what a 911 Turbo weighs. Both cars have McLaren's brake steer system, which slightly brakes the inner wheel, which helps it hold its line through a turn and also battles understeer at the same time. Their main difference is, of course, their power ratings. The 540C puts out 533 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. The 570S puts down 562 horsepower with 443 pound-feet of torque. The 540C puts down a 0 to 62 time of 3.5 seconds, while it books it to its 199 mile-an-hour top speed. The 570S, however, does 0 to 62 3/10 quicker with a time of 3.2 seconds, and it has a top end of 204 miles an hour. Another difference between the 540C and the 570 is that the 540 has steel rotors while the 570S has carbon ceramics. Now, because of their low weight and McLaren's fuel-saving start-stop technology, both models are capable of achieving 25.5 miles per gallon, which is amazing considering the speed that these cars offer. Their pricing is also very competitive to Porsche. They are competing against the 911 and the 911 Turbo S. Now, the 540C, you can get that car for $160,000, and the 570 booking in at $185,000. Both cars do come with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Both cars do also share the same 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8. And again, the reason I made this video is because for me, I had a difficult time distinguishing between the two. They're both very gorgeous looking cars. These are the differences that I have found. And, you know, to me, I really do believe that the 540C at the price range that it comes in, competing against the 911, it just comes down to personal preference, whether you prefer the Porsche or the McLaren. The McLaren, I would say, is a little bit more of an exclusive car. So my money would be on the McLaren. Again, if I had the money to afford one of these two cars, I would definitely go with the McLaren. I definitely think that the looks on the McLaren is more exotic looking, and it just looks like a nicer car to be in for me. Guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, please like, share, subscribe, comment any video ideas, anything that I can do for you guys. I will be glad to try my damnedest to get the videos done. And till then, I'll see you on the next one.